the good thing about Pixlr, which is pixlr.com, that I'm using to do all these pictures with, it'll take the picture that we were doing of Angelo Quinto, and it will preserve it as is. If I wanted to save it so that I would have all the layers that I could break down for people, it's a really nice program because you can save the photo as a, I forget what it's called, oh, a PXZ file. PXZ. So that's a really nice option because it'll save your layers and you can play with them again. Because if I were to X out of this picture, I would never be able to play with this photo again. This would now be the photo. So that's why it actually saves your latest projects on Pixlr, is because then you can go back in and adjust in layers. So, okay, we're going to put Angelo to the side for a second. I'm going to bring up this picture that I first brought me into this new portrait. And I'll have more backstory when I know it. Right now I don't know it. Other than it was his parents that died in a fire. And this was a very prominent picture. They stopped in the video on this part of the picture and they literally put a circle around it and zoomed in on it. And this is what I saw. Now, my auntie was watching with me at the same time. And she was like, really, you know, kind of like, really, where? So that was pretty interesting that I was so attuned to it. Because that's all I could see. Alright, so we're just going to drop that picture in there. We shrunk it down in size a little bit. We're gonna try to get it up to the size of the picture. And now play with it. And see where things may meet up. Oh, buddy. You see what Spirit just did right here? Whoa, Nelly. Do you see that man's hook nose? Look. Okay, hold on. I'm getting a little bit excited. So, this is a picture without that picture in it. When we bring in this picture... Dang it, I gotta make it bigger, you guys, or you're not gonna be able to see it. Let me bring it down just a little. So what I'm saying is, this is the shadow of his nose. So do you see how that shadow turns into that white right here? It's actually inverted. But it also could use adjusting as well. But this is what Spirit usually does, is gives me light points to match up. Let's take a look at her real quick. Because she's the first one that I seen coming in. Holy moly. Okay. Now, I already had a feeling originally this was going to be a double mint. I don't know why. Ow, my fingers are falling asleep on me over here. Oh my gosh, do you guys see our double chin? It's even mapped out. Did Spirit do that for me? I mean, everything is. Look at her neck. Look at her entire chin and neck. Now, you guys just saw how that dropped in there. The glasses are right there, bigger than crap. Look at the glasses frames. Oh, that was her glasses frame. Alright, so the picture does need adjusting. You can see that the picture needs, not much, but a tiny bit of adjusting. Let's work on it. What the... Nope. Gonna move it a little. But this is really what it's about right here, is, you know, trying to get the picture in so that when I take my picture away that I put on top of it, when I take this picture and I take it away, do you still see the person? So that's what I'm working on more critiquing now, is because if you don't see, look at the old man though, you see him over there? He's perfect. Okay, so I just need to do just a tiny bit. I need to get her lips a little bit different. And maybe her glasses too, but I'm going to point out this line right here, which is actually in the photo. So this is the area I'm talking about. And look how there's like a glassy. Remember what we just saw when we went in and saw that that wasn't a point? It was a streak. That was what I was talking about. But it's not on this one, but still. So what I was pointing out earlier was about this line right here. And so when you literally work that in, you can see that that's her glasses. That's right there. So Spirit will do that a lot of times as well. Look at the bottom of that circle. Look how perfect it is where her glasses are at the bottom. So, let me look, because I do feel like it does need adjusted a little. Let's see about now. Alright, here we go. And now I just made you see Dad, too. Okay, I gotta look at him a little more closely. Wow. Alright, well, soul portrait done, right? I mean, how is this even possible? Ready, go. There you go, there you have it, folks. That's how it works. There's actually more in this photo than just this picture. I do believe that this is a doublemint, especially now that I've seen Dad. This right here looks like, hold on, I'm going to show you. So keep that in mind. This is what I see. I see this is a nose. This is like a mustache and a mouth. Maybe even an open kind of mouth right here. Here's an eye. This is, you know, the dark shading in the eye. That's the shading, but I see this as a face too. Now at the same time I see that one, I can also see something up here. So it could be one of those double, because they have a few pictures that are together. So let's put them back in there real quick. Man, oh man. That's a pretty good matchup, wouldn't you say? Alright, so let's... Very interesting. Look at the two eyes. Okay, it's not a complete matchup. Okay, and then, see, she went there. And he is here. Right, there's his nose, his eye, his mouth. So, I would actually probably make... Okay, so that's actually... Okay. There we go. So we can even go an 11. But a 10, I think is perfect. For how I see it. Let's look at her. Wow. Let's see how long after vision we can get with her. Remember, she's right here. This and this is part of the same photo. Where she's at is part of another photo with him, which I believe... See, this is the thing. You gotta be able to see it after I point it out to you. So let me take this off. Look, you can't not see him there right now. Wow, that photo really brought him in. And then, this is how I originally came to the photo and noticed right there. Okay, so I'm learning on this photo. This photo is too long. I need to do that again. Okay, too long. That's not too much. Needs to be turned. And maybe brought down. Okay. They're too big. There we go. Just a little. That might even been too much. Okay, so I'm going to point out here how Spirit has lined up, and it's closer than it was before. So I just wanted to do that real quick and see. So I'm going to leave it where I had it. I wish we could get a better view of him, but when we do it that way. So let's keep trying with her, because I feel like if we can get her right. Well, that line is pretty much spot on. Talking about this one. Wow, that's wild. So look at this part of the photo. So notice how things like this happen. It's in the way that the light shifts just the tiniest bit in the original. And if you're not looking at it this close, you'll probably not see it. Just like what indicates the lips is this white space on her lip where the light is hitting, but then there's a space here before it gets light. So when we come on down, we literally get that white space, and then the dark, and then the hit. So this is what I mean by the hit, where the light literally does the exact same thing. So the glasses is pretty interesting. Oh, I think I flipped it a bit smaller or something. Which brings us to this little baby. So let's take this out. We're going to put her back at 13. And we're going to look at this. And bring that in. Hold on, but wait. There's more. Let's get you past half with you. Because we can't forget her there. Still think she needs to be turned more. But I'm leaving it. Let me see something about her eyeball though. So that's just kind of an overemphasize. but it lined up on the edges, and I kept it pretty uniform to that. Alright, back to 13 to go. 13th ghost. Okay. So now... This was the one that made me cry. Because I literally didn't do anything but drop the picture. And faded it. So, I don't know what's wrong with me because I can literally see her hand. Like her finger has the shadow right here. It has the shadow right here. Let's see. A lot of times clothing will matter, but in this case it doesn't. Because this is literally... I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to do something with it too. But it just literally floored me when I dropped it right there, and when I dropped it here and started shrinking it down. I was like, what? So you know these have to be individually photographed as well, and it is 10 to 1. So yeah. So that's what I came to on this one. Without doing a dang thing. And so, let me take that off there again. Okay. Okay. This is the one that I don't know if I should adjust or not. Because it really is pretty phenomenal how it already fits in there. With absolutely no adjusting. But it's just one of those that if you don't keep the sight, then you're going to lose it. So it's also interesting to me about the light. Because this is exactly how the light is hitting her. Like it is a map. Of her light points on her face. So yeah, this picture I could probably use being turned just a little. That way I could literally make this match up with this probably. And let's look at him. Oh, he's just too perfect right here. It just makes me not want to move him. Look. Coming out of the man's nostrils. Now watch. Like I can see the separated line. That makes the difference in the picture for me. So alright, I'm going to give in and move it a little. See what comes of it. I don't want to mess it up either. Oh look. You still ain't gonna remember it. It almost put that chin right on target. I think it actually needs that a little bit. This is so hard. What happened? I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm just gonna... I don't even understand right now what actually just happened. I've never had this happen before, ever. Okay. There's something I'm supposed to see. Never has this ever. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. You know, I had to restart my computer like 3 hours ago. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump off of this live so I can get some rest. I'll drop this photo back in again really quickly because of the fact that it was so clear at first, so I'm not getting rid of that. There's a reason why I see that. So let me just drop it again really quickly because it fit exactly how I dropped it last time, so it should do the exact same thing. Here we go. Okay, great. It does. So, I'm sitting here like, what the heck just happened? I just don't even know. I don't even know. It is obvious that there's some sleep that needs to be had. Let me save my findings so far. Kind of glad every time I go live it's just another confirmation after confirmation. So the way that this came up, as I always usually tell you, this was a number 1, which was a what? It was a scene, correct? And so I always say the first picture with nothing highlighted, so you can see over here nothing is checkboxed except for this. So that means it's just the original picture with nothing dropped over top of it. So we will save it as that. And then all I'm going to do is drop in what I ran into. And I'll probably work on this again tomorrow. I'm just not sure because there's so much. Oh, yeah, that was right. So I didn't point that out to you, but what it actually did was save it as number 2 right there. So this is the original. This is the first picture I found. We're going to take that out. We're going to put that one in. And it's going to name it by default 3. So it's a scene we see by the 1. And this is the 3rd installment, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So we'll take that one out. We won't, I guess I will. That's where, oh look. Isn't that crazy? I want to do it anyways. Because it may come back up. Let's look at it. Hold on just a sec. It sure did. It saves correctly, so it may actually just... I'm going to save this one too, because I think this is an interesting, weird thing that happens.